What's up, everybody? This is Kodak the Wolf, and I decided to create kind of like a guide video on how I've been able to get better at recoil control. I showed this to a friend last night while we were just playing late, and he thought it was helpful and it could actually help some people. So what I'm gonna do is give you some tips and some things in this specific area that I do every day that help with overall, being able to control your recoil, winning more fights, things like that. So my first tip is going to be picking guns that you feel comfortable with, and I'd only pick a few. So for me, I'm most comfortable with the AKM and the QBZ. I don't know why, it's just what I'm comfortable with. So those are the two ARs that I will play with. And so if I'm in a real game and I have an M4 or a SCAR and I come across an AKM, I normally always swap it out just because I feel comfortable with being able to spray it while, because I've been doing this for about 2 weeks now, and it's helped a lot. So what I recommend doing is getting a red dot and a 2x scope. The reasoning for this is because we're going to be shooting from these lines. There's a close line, a medium line, and a pretty far line. There's even a further line for more difficulty. And the 2x scope just adds a little bit more difficulty, especially for the AKM if you really want to practice pulling down and trying to control the recoil. Overall, what I like to do is I like to practice with no attachments first. Try to get as good as I can with no attachments, because I feel that if you can spray without attachments, when you add the attachments onto the weapon, it becomes significantly easier. So what I normally do is I come over here, make sure you're not crouched, because crouching makes it easier. Just be standing, try to be at the line. And the reason I use these lines is because it can give you measurable data. So like you can do this for a week, like take a screenshot right of your first time, and then do this from these three areas, these three lines, so it's consistent. And then after another week or so, if you continue to practice this, take more screenshots and you can see your improvement over time. So that's one of the reasons I did this. So boom, I make a dot, normally a shot like that, and I just try to hit that dot. I'm just going to hold down as much as I can. That's pretty decent spray with it, especially with an 8km no attachments. Same thing over here. Now these are going to be harder because horizontal recoil, the further back you get makes it a lot more difficult, but just try your best. I'm going to try my best. So a little bit above the dot. I could have been pulling down a little bit harder. And yeah, just pull down. That's the key in this game, man. Pull down. You got to get used to, got to get that in your head when you're shooting. Just pull down. And obviously from this range, that's going to be the most difficult one to control. So we can come up here so you can kind of see the differences. So this gives you like a baseline measure of, what your skill level is from those distances. And then I would switch over to the 2x, and that's without attachments, by the way, obviously. 2x gives a little bit more of a challenge. Yep, just pull down, pull down. Ugh. My goodness, man, my arm. Just do the same thing, make a dot, boop, pull down, just try to hit it. Medium range, 2x, no attachments. If you can kill someone and spray pretty well with a 2x from this close, or from this far, full auto spray AKM, you're gonna be able to beat a lot of people out there. And like, see, this is just like hard to control. So obviously I need more practice, but that's actually not too bad. A lot of these are pretty grouped, centralized, and so I feel pretty comfortable about this. And where we're just practicing, you don't want to let go of recoil. You want to make sure you hold down the whole time. Just really get used to how it feels to hold down as much as you can, because it's going to take a lot. So once you get done with that, I would come over here. Now that the wall is dissipated, you can do another screenshot. Do it with just the flash hider. Let's go ahead and, for consistency's sake, use the red dot while standing. And like that is like a night and day difference for me as far as recoil control. I had to pull down almost like nothing. Same here, medium range. That's a pretty tight spray. So like from this close, I feel like that would definitely kill someone. And then you come back here, just go right next to it, make a dot, try to hit that dot. Only a flash hider, that's pretty decent. That last little bit of horizontal recoil was pretty tough. And then, yep. And now I come over here and I would switch out for a compensator. Just do the same thing. And this is like a great method I've discovered when you're kind of just having some bad games and you're just kind of sick and tired of PUBG. You've been getting third-partied or people keep killing you in bushes or whatever, and you just need a little bit of a break. Just to come in here, just come over here. Hardly anyone bugs you. Like, I haven't really had anyone even come and shoot me or anything that bad. Obviously it'll happen, but it's just a good area to come over here. You make a dot and just practice your shooting. And I do this every single day before every single stream I get on, and I do this because I feel that it's been helping me a lot. So I mean, I can take screenshots of these and show you. And eventually, when you kind of feel like you got a pretty good hang of like the speed of the gun and the recoil, you can go find people to shoot, and as they're running, try to hit them as they're running. And it's also important, and this is something I've only been practicing for a week, so the recoil control is not going to be that great for me. But Wacky Jackie in his video pointed out that you need to be practicing with like DMRs too. And what's important with DMRs is that it's going to be how much you pull down is completely determined on the rate of fire you pick, right? And so I've been practicing this by coming over here, kind of same thing. I normally do longer ranges because I feel like, you know, you're going to be using them from a little bit longer of a range, so just try to hit that. And the horizontal recoil on the Mini without any attachments is actually pretty tough. That's what I've discovered, but the Mini is my favorite, the Mini and the SLR, so I want to practice with these two because the rate of fire is pretty good. And this is just to kind of help you get used to the recoil in those situations. Like, I doubt you'll full like spray somebody like this, but it just will kind of help you understand the recoil better without attachments and with the attachments. So now just putting a flash hider on, we'll go whoops right back here real quick and do the same thing. Just make a dot. You go boop, boop, boop. See, those are pretty tight. Like, those pretty tight. One attachment, man, just makes that much of a difference. It's crazy. And then we'll go back here a little bit further, make another dot. Boop, boop. And yeah, horizontal recoil, dude. So anyways, I hope this helps some people. I really think this has helped me over the last little bit of time. I've also been practicing. Something you can do is like make a couple dots there, like pretend that's a body, and you can like run and jump and then like crouch lean and try to hit as much as you can in that circle and just hold down. Little things like that can really make a difference when you're in game. And I just want to shoot this guy. Boop, boop, boop. That's what's really cool about the training grounds too, is you can shoot people, but we're gonna show our skills. Just kidding, sorry, I got distracted. But yeah, so without further ado, thank you guys for watching. Don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button to my YouTube channel. Also, come visit me on Twitch. Come hang out. I'm on 8 p.m. most days of the week. My schedule is posted on Twitter. Twitter at Kodak the Wolf. My Twitch channel is at Kodak the Wolf. And thanks for watching my YouTube video, guys. I hope that this helps some people out understanding their recoil control and what guns they like to use. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. Have a good night.